Hi, my name is Sarah Livingston, and if you've watched my previous videos, you know a little bit about me. Today's video is very important. I think I'm bringing up a very important topic. It's about the fight. When you get diagnosed with cancer, if your family member gets diagnosed with cancer, everybody goes into fighting mode. People with cancer are literally fighting for their life, and the people whose family members, loved ones, or whatever find out that they get diagnosed with cancer, they go into, okay, I'm going to fight to keep my loved one alive. I'm going to do whatever I can, help in whatever way I can. My aunt asked me a while back, can you describe that feeling to me? What is it like to be diagnosed? And I couldn't really give her an answer because it's an undescribable feeling. It's shock. You go through shock. You go through denial. You get incredibly scared. It's just there's no way to completely explain the feeling. But I also thought that day when she asked me what I would say to someone, and this is my way of saying it. My advice to you who have been diagnosed recently or in the past or going through treatment, you have to fight. You have to fight until there's absolutely no fight left in you. Because when you're fighting, you're not just fighting for yourself. You are fighting for everyone who has passed away from cancer. You're fighting for everybody who is struggling to hang on. You're hanging on by a thread. You're fighting for those. You're fighting for yourself. You're fighting for everyone in the world who is struggling, who has lost their fight. Because when you fight, those doctors and those scientists, they're all one step closer to finding that cure with your help. Which is amazing to think that we get to be part of this cause, even though the reason why sucks. Because it does. Even if you're going through mild treatment, everybody can say that it sucks. The thought of knowing that I had to go through this, I am traumatized. I remember the day I got diagnosed. I remember the day I lost my hair. I remember everything about. I remember every single day. I remember when I got sick and all I did was sleep in the hospital when I felt like I was unconscious but I was still in so much pain. I remember the day my mom got diagnosed. I remember before she even got diagnosed and when she went through the biopsy. I remember the pain she was in when the cancer had spread through her membrane. And it sucks. Because you're going to live with that for the rest of your life knowing that you had cancer. And yes, you can say, I beat it, I kicked cancer's ass, but you will also say it sucked. You'll say, yeah, it wasn't hard, but it still sucks to know that you're going to carry that on with you for the rest of your life. So basically, you just have to fight. You just have to fight for everybody out there. Something I would like to say is that I read this poem type thing in class the other day in school. And it was just talking about how people who die, they're still with you. They're with you every day. They're with you in your hearts. They're with you everywhere. Which is very important. My friend asked me today, I was with her, and she asked me, like, do you feel that your mom is still here? We're sitting in my house, and I said, yeah, of course. She goes, yeah, I mean, I don't mean to, like, she's like, do you mind if I ask you? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'm completely open to whatever. And she's like, because, like, I feel that she's here. Like, she died in this room that we're sitting in. She's still here. And I was like, yeah, I know. And she was like, do you ever talk to her? And I was like, yes. Every day I talk to her. Every day I pray to her. I say WWJD when I'm in a problem. And it's not what would Jesus do. What would Joan do? Joan is my mom's name. And I said that in my head a lot. Especially if I'm having trouble or having a bad day, I'm just thinking. Something that I did when my mom first passed away, and I still do frequently, is I write her a letter at night right before I go to bed, and I tell her about my day, I tell her what's bothering me, and I feel like when I go to bed she answers those. Not all the time, but those really important days, I feel like she does. I feel like when she knows that I really need her, she answers. After my first round of chemo, I got really sick, and I was laying in my bed with the chills. I was hot, I was cold, I was shaking, I was so weak, so tired. I was bawling my eyes out, and I looked up at my sister and I said, I cannot do this anymore. I can't do this 4 more times. It was only my first round. I said, I cannot do this anymore. And she said, yes, you can. I never thought about that again until recently, and how thankful I am that she said, yes, you can. Because you can. I saw the look in my mom's eyes when she knew that there was no fight left in her. When she had other choices for treatment, but those were extreme treatments that were not going to work. It was a long shot if they did. She lost her fight, and so a lot of other people. But with your help, with your fight, you can find a cure, you can help, you can just one step closer when we fight. You know, we're basically like lab rats when you think about it. They're doing all these tests, they're trying to use all these treatment methods. And yes, a lot of us are cured, but not all of us. Some of us are cured, which is amazing, because that just means they're one step closer to finding a cure for the next person. It's weird to think that in 100 years, 50 years, however many years, however much time there is, it's going to be like cancer is going to be like, oh, you take an antibiotic and then you're cured. You're fine. It'll be like getting the flu. You go to the doctor and then they give you a prescription and then you take it for a couple of weeks and then you're done. It's weird to think that that's how it's going to be. Because there is a cure for cancer. It's out there. Because I was cured. A lot of other people were cured. But there's going to be one big breakthrough. It could be today. It could be tomorrow. It could be the second. It could be 100 years from now, but it's going to come. So no one else has to suffer. With our fight, we can stand together because we are all one. We are all one big family. You know, I send my support to everybody. It's so important that we all support each other and reach out to each other. So, ways that people can contact me and ask me questions, share their stories, or whatever they want to do to say hi, are I have an email that is specifically for these videos and viewers and everything. Just tell me what you think. It is slivingston97@gmail.com. My Facebook page that I created was Journey Through Cancer. Just look it up on Facebook. And then this is my website, which is pictures, shares my story, shares where I get help at Living Well Cancer Resource Center. Shout out to them. Tells a little bit about my family and just pictures of me, everything. Also shows other ways to contact me. Is my website, myjourney.mysupport.weebly.com. Thanks for watching. Please let me know what you think. Please contact me if you have any questions, if you want to share your story. I love everybody that's watching, and thank you, and keep fighting, everybody.